So the vaccines are open to everyone who's eligible under the EUA, so 16 and up for Moderna, I think, and 18 and up for Pfizer. So businesses are able to send folks however they want to do it. Now, I don't think we have given directly to businesses, just simply because I don't think that there's been necessarily a need to do it, because you have an adequate supply for where the demand is. What you're going to see in about another year or another few weeks, we may even be there now, but certainly by May, there's going to be a surplus of vaccines. And so the challenge is going to be people that are on the fence about it or don't really want to do it, let them know it's there, and then convince them to do it. I must say that we're not helped in this regard by the behavior of some of these public health people, particularly in the federal government. I mean, how they handled the J&J, I think, was a huge mistake. I mean, like, we obviously, I don't know the information they have, but if you're going to do that, you could have done that in a way that was not going to cause a lot of people to lose confidence. If you look at how people view J&J now, the positive view plunged as a result. So I think it could have been handled better. I also think it's a problem where you're telling people to get vaccine, and yet people that have been vaccinated for months are wearing 2 masks. Okay, so I think the vaccines have been effective. I think that's why you see the senior hospitalization numbers have gone down and everything. So I advocate for it, but I also can't square, if the vaccine's effective, why would you need to be wearing 2 masks, like some of these folks are doing? It doesn't make sense. So I think the messaging on this has been horrific. The messaging should be, get a vaccine because it's good for you to do it. It works. You're not going to have to be doing anything like abnormal. You can live your life. I mean, that has got to be what the message is. Unfortunately, I think the message has been very muddled when you tell people, oh, yeah, this is important, go get the vaccine, but then you still got a social, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't eat in a restaurant. Some of the people are still saying that kind of stuff. I think it's a huge, huge blunder to be able to do it. So the challenge for us is going to be, we're going to have vaccine available, and you're not going to be able to probably fill up the appointments, and I think that that's going to be consistent throughout the country. So my view is if you get a vaccine, the vaccines are effective, you're immune, and so act immune. If you tell people the opposite, then why, if it's not effective for them and it's not going to change anything, then what's the point of going through it? I think it's been really, really problematic how they've messaged this. So in Florida, we've been very consistent about it. We think they're effective. We're not going to mandate anyone, of course, but we want to offer it to everybody, encourage people to do it, but then also let them know that if you do it, you should act immune, and you should enjoy yourself and have confidence in it. So, but we're going to be in a situation where sometime in May across the country, remember at the end of December, beginning of January, I mean, it was like we had millions of people who wanted it. We had 100,000, 150,000 available for distribution. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think you're going to have hundreds of thousands, 500, 600, 700,000 coming in, and you're probably going to have less than that who want it. We've now done, we're close to about 3.75 million seniors that have gotten at least one shot, and the overwhelming majority of that are fully vaccinated. And I think that that's one of the reasons why you see the hospital admissions for seniors are less than what they were 3 or 4 months ago. So I do think it's had a positive effect. So, okay, well, we'll be back to do more very soon. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.